online event isn't always on top of those, but whenever there's an offline event, deltazura is there, and deltazura is a scary force.
But again, Luffy coming in as, I believe, the second seed within this pool and has very much, or maybe the first seed in this
Probably
pool.
the first.
And has a really solid grasp of Akiha, is constantly grinding the game, and just so adept. If you get put in the corner once, that could be your whole tournament.
Oh yeah, very, very scary. But deltazura, like we said, has multiple characters in the pocket if need be to change up the pace. And both of those characters are cut from the same cloth as Akiha. Characters like Mario that put stuff down on top of you, throwing these nuns to just lock you down, get those plus frames, and start mixing you.
Interesting reset there off the nun. Yeah, Mario, very tricky character. Kind of runs a similar-ish game plan to Akiha in the sense that he can put you in the corner, and as long as he's got bar, he can keep you there with some high and lows. But doing it a little more separately with the nun calls, and a lot of people can get tripped up by that, but deltazura doing a great job of blocking these block strings. But the 5C charge, gonna break the low shield, and that should be a ton of damage for Luffy.
Oh yeah, keeping this offensive turn going, getting a really big chunk of that health bar gone, using that wheel to bait, and there's the tick throw. Now we start that strike throw. Establish that layer early. Plus frames on the EX wheel, double overhead connects on deltazura. No meter to end this combo, so you are gonna have one last chance to try to make something happen in this round.
Found the 5 low, okay, and got caught jumping out by that big 5C kick.
Yeah. That's one of the other strengths of that 5C. Big, far-reaching, heavy starter, but also with a little bit of an anti-air will catch that jump out like we just saw against deltazura. Luffy in motion now.
All right, there's your
Keeping this
blunder.
momentum.
3.9 into the Oki. We got one bar to keep it going. Tried to fuzzy mash, but Luffy loves doing those IADs higher, so you don't quite get the 5A mash to counter it. And now you're in the loop. Can we get out? No, the second.
Double overhead again. One more touch from Luffy, and you are dead to throw now as well. If Luffy finds that throw,
and he got it.
And there it is, using the EX to get frame 0. The EX command grab, that's a throw you can't tech. If he went for a normal throw, deltazura had the opportunity to break the throw and get back to a defensive situation. But Luffy, on top of it, using that last little bit of bar he had to get that EX command grab. Backdash, caught by the spear nut, and deltazura gets active.
All right, what are we doing? Safe jump. Goes for the second overhead and found home, but wasn't confident in it. Strike throw time. Here goes the chakram.
Oh, yeah, punishing that DP, but still a favorable trade for Luffy. That's one of the crazy things is Mario's offense, when he sets down that nun that throws the axes, the chakram, the nun is acting independently. It just goes. So even if you hit Mario with your reversal out of the defensive situation, the nun will still be there, and so you can get punished, and sometimes even comboed for getting a correct defensive option because the nuns are there to hold down the fort.
All right,
Send down that wheel
on
again.
top of you. Can we hold this pressure? There's your heat out. Oh no, we cancel. We're just letting it rock.
Aw, shield beat. Waiting out a scramble, but Luffy patient as well. High, low, left, right. Bounce to steal the corner. Big, tricky mix-up, but not enough to scare Luffy.
We got the blocks. There's your throw, though. Strike throw time. Oh, and the second 5A on the stagger does hit low. This should be a good confirm, but not enough to kill. You get one more chance.
Yup. Dead to throw as well, though. Gotta be worried. Flip in. IED air unblockable. Yeah, we saw deltazura trying to jump out, but Akiha, those big air normals, cover the space, staircase deltazura down to get that little kick to get that guaranteed air unblockable. Nothing you can do. Checkmate for Luffy.
That 4BC coming in clutch, though. Such a good moon skill to catch people trying to run around you on the ground. And here we go again. Chakrams. This time it's the charge, so there's two.
Get that throw in before they connect.
Another one.
Set the chakrams once more. Go low this time, trying to...
Oh, tricky movement. Going same side after taking the corner, but the combo drops.
deltazura swinging around. The moon skill version of the big chords, the Spider-Man we like to call it, does move you behind it when you whip it. So you can use it for the movement to trick up your opponent on which side you're going to end on, just like deltazura just did.
This is so tricky, though, for Delta. Stuck in the corner. You're going to build a bar finally for some resources. And there's the command grab.
Zero.
Waited the tick in time, and you're going to take a chunk of damage for that 3.5.
Frame 0. No opportunity for deltazura to jump there. You have to take it. BC through to crush the nun, but the other one is on deck. Mario with those two nuns. deltazura using that second one. When one goes down, the team is there to back you up.
Right, both players no moon at all on the table, and both with a bar. The resource economy is looking bleak, but both players have the ability to catch it. Crazy 3C.
Big clash on that anti-air. So a big scramble, but the chakrams go down and catch Luffy trying to hold on to that turn. deltazura with a chance.
The improv on that combo was insane. That was definitely not the hit confirm that they expected, but he
Same
got
side
it.
low, left, right, trips up Luffy once more. deltazura.
Left, right. Oh, and this 2-1-4C out of the corner. That is not invincible. That is just a call out.
Big call out we talked about earlier. Luffy, when he smells that there isn't something threatening, he's going to swing for the fences. Guaranteed throw on that Moondrive activation. You're still -2, so Luffy gets a guaranteed throw there.
6 BC out of the corner, but you're still vulnerable. Luffy getting to the other side.
The Nun goes the wrong way. Luffy evasive and gets that touch. One more left right could seal the deal.
And we find it on the same side. Delta got caught standing, and that is the set. Luffy 2-0.
Yeah, we saw there Luffy's knowledge and the way he maneuvered around. Luffy is one of the players who really has a lot of experience fighting against the top Marios of North America. Very studied in the matchup. So deltazura poses a threat. A lot of those tricks of the trade up their sleeve, you know, with those left rights, the Spider-Man jumping around, the pogo, and all that. But Luffy is just solid, prepared for what comes his way, and fully confident in his ability.
Yeah, Luffy definitely one of those players who will fight anyone, fight as long as possible and get that matchup experience, and it really showed there. A lot of really awkward situations that still was able to kind of recover from or pick up on that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, that deep knowledge in this game. This game has a lot of crazy situations, wild mechanics, crazy movement, things that don't quite make sense. And one of the really big differentiators between, you know, a mid-level and a high-level player is your comfort in those types of situations. How many of them have you seen before?
Yep.
How many of them have you studied? Do you know what to do? Are you prepared for when those situations come up? That preparation, that prep work, that studying is so important. And as we claw up to top 24, as we get to these high-level matches, we see Luffy, Fushi, Crystal. Those are the players that are ready for those situations.
Yep.